To this Tech and Trains channel video, and in this video I will be doing a review on the Bachmann Class 220 Voyager in Virgin Trains Livery. So let's just do an overall review of the train. So as an overall review, first, when I first look at it, it looks more detailed than the Virgin Pendolino, and I can just say wow, because it's got extensive detail all down the roof, all along the sides of all coaches. So let's have a look at one of the end coaches on this 3-coach train from the set, which is just behind, which the box is just behind the train. So this train, you can just about see, has seats inside, which I think is now normal for Bachmann trains, whereas Hornby trains just generally don't have seats in, except from the ones which you pay £400 for. And so you can see there's the nice extensive detail here. Got more detail there. You got the Sable's sign on the doors. You got all of this detail. And unfortunately, because I got the second hand, it lacks the realistic coupling on the front. But this model has directional lighting. It has rear lights, side lights, etc. And I'm not sure if there's a seat in the cab. Going to have a look at that one. So this coach had very good detail and was basically perfect. So let's move on to the power car. Right, so let's just take the power car. I must say, this coach is very heavy. It's got probably some massive weight in it. And it has the motor in the middle. All wheels are powered. No traction tyres, fortunately, unlike most Hornby trains, which have traction tyres, and this is a Bachmann train. So it generally does not have traction tyres. The only Bachmann train I know of that has traction tyres is the S-Stock London Underground one. Alright, so let's just do a review of this train. I think you can see that it's rubbed off, but on all carriages there's this, which is I forgot what it's called, the side light. Oh no, it's not the side light. It's the light which comes on when the doors open. And you've got extensive detail all over the doors, like the end coaches. And if you have a look at the roof, there's some very nice detail here. All of these transfers are being done with extreme care. And then you go down here. This is very, very detailed, and you have this. So the power car is very detailed for such an early model, but I have right, so I'll open it up and show you what the electric's like. This train is, well, I mean, the physical Bachmann Voyager is sold analog, but this model is, well, it was converted for DCC fitted. Just figure out how to get this off. Okay. Right, so here we have the Bachmann Voyager with its body shell off. There you have the motor, the flywheels, and it even has seats in this coach. One thing I really like about this train is that some Bachmann models, where the motor is in the carriage, they have all wheels powered and they black out the whole coach. Whereas this one is, well, it's not unique because they do it in some trains, but it's well detailed because it has seats in the motor carriage, which would have taken a lot of effort to do. So that's good. Since this is a Super-voyager, it doesn't have the issue with the bogies. So the bogies are suspended on a screw. One thing I'd add about the Voyager while having the motor open, is this train is considerably slower than the Hornby Pendolino. I don't know why. It may be just slightly slower because I got DCC chip and I'm running on analog, but it runs under scale speed. So if you were looking to run trains on your layout at scale speed, you might want to look for a different loco, or you might want to change the motor or something. But this train is normally analog. I got it analog, or supposedly analog. I've opened it up and found DCC chip in. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you the motor running as it is today. I'm going to have to add another video of it from a different day onto this video because the train's currently out of order. Because I got the train DCC tested, and unfortunately it default turned analog mode off, so I can't run it. Right, so the pickups on this model, down here, it got pickups on every single wheel on the train. It slows it down a bit, but it means that it never generally stutters. You never have to push it. I think they got the Hornby, typical Hornby pickups. Not sure if you can see them. Right, so that looks like the motor done. The motor coach done. Just put the body shell on. Note, it should have screws, but when I got it second hand, it didn't have screws. Well, it did have a few screws stuck to the motor, but yeah. Right, so let's move on to the other end coach. Right, for those of you here, there's probably only very slight difference between this coach and this coach, simply because they're basically done on exactly the same mould. So I think the only difference should be the coach number on the train, and it just has a few details. So this one, of course, is not Club Class. It does not have Club Class on it, but it's got all of the same decals. Unlike the first one, it is missing the coupling. It's more of a detail coupling. It won't physically work as a coupling, but the normal one that's on the front, because the previous person took it off. But this model also features. This one also features directional lighting like the first one, and I think it's basically the same. There's not much difference between the two. And this one, of course, has seats in, like the other one, like all carriages that have seats in, except for a few places in the motor carriage where the motor is. So overall, this train has extensive detail. It has a nice motor, but the motor is slow. And to improve this model, all I'd say to Bachmann would be to increase the speed. That's all it needs to be a good model, and maybe put LEDs in it, because I think this model has filament bulbs. I have investigated, but I've forgotten what the results were, but it looks like filament bulbs at the moment. It was produced quite a few years ago, so even now it's a good model. At the time it must have been an amazing model, but since this model was in a set, there is a fourth car and fifth car you can buy from Bachmann to make it realistic, because this train does not run free coach in real life. It's just a free coach in the Bachmann Voyager set. Thank you for listening to the review of the Bachmann Class 220 Voyager, and there should be a running video coming up shortly, which I hope I'll find from the collection of running sessions.